Let us pray. Almighty God, ruler of heaven and earth, we beseech thee to inspire and guide all our counsels and actions, so that we may always walk in the path of justice, love, and charity to one another. Help us with thy grace to do only those things that will promote the unity, happiness, and prosperity of Nigeria. So help us God. Amen. Let me welcome us to today's sitting, and I quickly want to take us through the votes and proceedings. And I must thank members for your commitment to duty. I know today alone you have had a series of parliamentary assignments, starting with principal officers meeting, the parliamentary meetings, and now to plenary session. It only shows our dedication, our commitment to work. Can we quickly run through the votes and proceedings for Tuesday, the 23rd or 23rd day of April, 2024? And I will want us to go through from page 1. So please, if you have any observation, comments, or correction to make, kindly signify. So I take it again from page 1, page 2, page 3, page 4, page 5, and page 6. In the absence of no comment, observation, or any correction to make, I call on the leader of the House to move the motion for the adoption of this document.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. Thank you, my dear colleagues and our guests in the gallery. I am Honorable Tola Esan. I represent Ekiti Southwest Constituency 2, and by the grace of God, the majority leader of this 7th Assembly. Right Honorable Speaker, having perused the votes and proceedings for Tuesday, 23rd April 2024, and found no need for an amendment, I want to move a motion that this document, the votes and proceedings for Tuesday, 23rd April 2024, be adopted as a working document of this Honorable House. I so move.
Any seconder? Honorable Femi Fatula.
Right Honorable Speaker, distinguished colleagues, my name is Femi Fatula, representing Ikole Consensus 1. I rise to second the motion moved by the majority leader of this House that the vote and proceeding for Tuesday, 23rd April 2024 be adopted as a working document of this Honorable House. I so second.
Thank you, Honorable Femi Fatula. Please, if you are in support that the votes and proceedings of Tuesday, the 23rd day of April, 2024 be adopted as a working document of this House, say aye. If you again say nay, the ayes have it. Quickly, may I announce to us that one the renovation of this house will commence, and on that, this house will need to go on recess due to the renovation work that will begin. The house will go on recess, and we'll go on a 1 month recess so that the work they can have time to work. But in case we have emergencies, we'll contact members. But the house will go on recess. Number 2, I would also like to announce that after deliberations, consultation, the tenure of the clerk of this house has been extended. The extension will be for 7 working days. 7 working days. So the clerk will work till the end of the month of May. This is after deliberation of principal. So the member of this house, we have concluded that the tenure of the clerk, Mr. Tola Esan, be extended for 7 working days. The new clerk of the house will take over on the first day of June 2023. Thank you. Yes, any announcement from any member, either committee or any announcements? Okay, if there is no announcement, I move straight. If there is any matter of urgent public importance, yes, Honorable Toluge, the leader of the house.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. Thank you, my dear colleagues. I am Honorable Tolu Lokwege, and I represent the Southwest Constituency 2. Right Honorable Speaker, I want to bring to you this urgent matter of public importance. Right Honorable Speaker. A young, vibrant son of Ekiti State who hails from my constituency, and not only my constituency, who hails from my hometown, Ogotu Ekiti, was recently murdered in Ogbomosho. This young man, called Damilola Inyoda, is a young graduate of Federal Polytechnic of Owo, who is serving presently in Ibadan, Oyo State. His younger brother, Oluwafemi, who is also a student of the Lautech, Ladoke Tola University, Ogbomosho, was celebrating his convocation ceremony, which he went to attend with him. And these guys were accosted by a trigger-happy, reckless police officer. This police officer, who has put the Nigerian police force in bad light, behaved out of order and out of training. In the course of extorting these 2 young citizens of our state, he shot Damilola in the head and shot Oluwafemi in the hand. Oluwafemi is still recovering from injuries sustained from this gunshot wound. These activities happened last week, and to our surprise, it seems that this matter is not being attended properly, and it's almost like it's being swept under the carpet. Earlier this morning, the Federation of Ekiti State Students Union had to lead a protest to the House to show their concern about the handling of this present matter. I believe that we are representative of the people, and it is the duty of this House to fight and make sure that Damilola and Oluwafemi gets the due justice that they are due. Right Honorable Speaker, I will want to plead with this House to use our esteemed office and our power and authority to make sure that these two young children and the family of these two victims don't go without getting the right respite that they should naturally have. Thank you very much. I leave to you, sir.
This is sad. At this level, despite all that has been done after HENSAS, that we can still be witnessing this dastardly act by men that have been saddled to protect lives. Maybe I should allow a few comments before we take a position. Yes, Honorable Tope Longe.
Speaker. Right Honorable Speaker, fellow parliamentarians, my name is Longe Temitope Ademola, and I represent the good people of Oye Constituency 1, Mr. Speaker. Let me first and foremost commiserate to the people of Igbaraudo or Gotun, where those murdered school children came from. Mr. Speaker, I think it is very important that we call out the Nigerian police force in this country. It is very unfortunate that Nigerian police force has probably not really learnt much from the import of the NSAS. Mr. Speaker, I make bold to say that the police in Nigeria, rather than be the custodians and enforcer of law, they have turned themselves to the persecutors and the people that are not even protecting the lives and properties of the people. A lot of times you see Nigerian policemen in very unethical practices. A lot of times you see them searching phones, collecting phones from students, searching their phones. When I also think there's a clear directive from the IG that policemen should not be found in some unethical practices. You see them on the road collecting phones from students, searching their phones, some of them transferring money, some of them at gunpoint from students' accounts, from people's accounts to their own accounts. So I think it's very important, Mr. Speaker, that we make a very strong resolution here and strongly worded too, probably to the Commissioner of Police in Ekiti State, for onward transmission to the IGP that the Nigerian police force should conduct themselves in such a manner that they will be respected all over the country. There is no state in Nigeria where you don't see Nigerian police members, people of Nigerian police force carrying out some form of indecent activity or the other. So I think it's very important for us, Mr. Speaker, to make a resolution here, probably to the Commissioner of Police, and that they will transmit to the IGP, that they should ensure proper training for their staff, and also ensure that there is consequences whenever they commit infractions. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Topeloke. Okay, Honorable Idowu Odebumi.
The Right Honorable Speaker, distinguished Honorable colleagues, I still remain my humble self, Honorable Comrade Idowu Odebumi. Mr. Speaker, let the hottest seat in hell be reserved for man or woman who keep mute in the face of social injustice. And injustice somewhere is a threat to justice elsewhere. An injury to one is an injury to all. Mr. Speaker, distinguished honorable colleagues, it is sardonic, regrettable, lugubrious that despite what we are seeing every day on social media, how the unprofessionalism behavior of those men of Nigerian police force, and some of them that at the end of the day, the commission go by the way of discipline them. But some people, they did not learn from this. All they could think of is how to extort the Nigerian youth and students. All they think of in the course of policing is by standing on the road, especially all those entrance roads that lead to campuses. Standing on the road, trying to stop those students. Some of them are having tests, some of them are having a lot of the academic activity. They'll be stopping them, charging their phone and extorting them. Mr. Speaker, history will be kind to us if we take bold action to send a signal to other people out there. Because if you keep mute now, one day we don't know whom might be the next. Today, it's happening to some family in Ogotun. Tomorrow, it might be somewhere else. And today, Mr. Speaker, it is better if it will take us to even take a bold step to lead a protest to the headquarters of Nigerian Police Force to call for justice. Because I'm thinking of the feelings, the pains the family will be passing through now. Passing through rigorous stress of paying their school fees, passing through suffering the rate, especially the increment in tertiary institutions school fees, and some people who just kill the dream just because of a stipend that they want to collect, all in the name of looking for cybercrime that is not even in their jurisdiction. It is left for EFCC to be looking for those that are committing cybercrime. Mr. Speaker, this also draws my attention to the road barricade along Efon Aramoko Road. Every time the students of EXU 4 year are coming back to states, you will see those people there stopping them, searching them, collecting, without even care of the vehicle that are passing that route. They don't care who are those passing inside the vehicle or not. They will be collecting money from them, transferring money to some certain accounts. I've instructed the SUG president of Federal University to collect those money, and also for us to know the particular account that they are sending those money to. All those things are wrong signal that our men, the security men, are using to perpetrate evil. Mr. Speaker, it is good for this House to write a strong letter calling for justice to the Inspector General of Police and also to NSA, Nigeria Security Advisor to the President. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Honorable Ido. Honorable Barrister today, okay. Honorable Shanaka will call you.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker, distinguished colleagues. I am Honorable Babatunde Oke, representing the Clerk Constituency 1. Mr. Speaker, we will continue to condemn brutality by law enforcement agencies. This is not the first time that we are going to be discussing issue into brutality of law enforcement agency in this House. And I'm very sure we even had a cause to invite heads of security agencies to discuss this particular issue with them. Right Honorable Speaker, the news is disheartening, and I think we but condemn the action. Firstly, I will suggest, firstly, that the state government should collaborate with the counterparts in Oyo State to expeditious release of the deceased corpse to members of the family for proper burial, and the Ekiti State and Oyo State should also ensure that those who are responsible for these dastard acts are brought to the book. And also, we should also, as a house, send a condolence message to the family to let them know that we are with them in this trial period. Although all these resolutions cannot bring back the person that is already dead. But however, it will also show that we are the representatives of the people and we are on top of the situation. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
So, Honorable Sholanke.
Honorable Speaker, distinguished colleagues, my names are Honorable Abimbola Sholanke, member representing Momba Constituency 1. I rise to lend my voice to my colleagues who have spoken before me. First and foremost, I want to send a condolence message to the bereaved family. May the Lord comfort them on all sides in the name of Jesus. However, I think we should escalate this matter to the Inspector General of Police and all other necessary agencies that can actually take this forward. Enough of this incessant killing. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. Distinguished colleagues of the State House of Assembly, I am Honorable Tunde Ido. I represent the Clerk Constituency 2. Mr. Speaker, I also rise to join my colleagues who has already condemned the brutality and such unwelcome act of security agents, the police, that has led to the death of a rising sun like the man that was mentioned. I also support that we should send our condolences to the family of the deceased, as well as telling everyone involved to be cautioned, and as well as we call on the Inspector General of Police and all relevant agencies to abide by the ethics of their profession. Mr. Speaker, I want to advocate that Ogun State government and Ekiti State government should also, or your state government and Ekiti State government, Mr. Speaker, should also compensate the family of the deceased in order to bring succor to their pain this time around, Mr. Speaker. Thank you. That is my own perspective.
Well, to say one is sad won't be an overstatement. It is rather unfortunate that this is also happening at this time. I'm really short of words that those who are paid to protect lives are also the one taking lives untimely. It is bemusing to even know that a police officer will take a gun and aim it at a defenseless citizen. It is rather unfortunate that a boy who is also serving his father's land, who also has his life cut short at his prime. It is rather unfortunate that the level of unprofessionalism that we have also observed. For us in the Ekiti State House of Assembly, we are condemning in strong terms, just like I've listened to members, and I can see the aggregate of our opinion. that and the Nigerian students, particularly the Federation of Ekiti State students, were here in the morning on a peaceful protest. And like I mentioned during our interactive section, that this House will condemn, and we are condemning in strong terms. And I think it is also the high time for the Inspector General of Police to also call his men to order and to begin proper training. And I think it's also important to conduct psychiatric tests on some of these officers. Some of them actually require psychiatric tests. What could have been, if not for psychiatric issue, for a police officer who knows he's handling an ammunition, not just an ammunition, but an ammunition that is with live bullets, and you will aim it at a defenseless citizen. You will aim it at his head. So the first thing is there should be psychiatric tests randomly conducted for some of these officers. And this House will also call on government, the government of Oyo State, the government of Ekiti State, even Osun State, since Lautech is jointly owned by Oyo and Osun State, to also, including the Inspector General of Police, to fish out, even though the identity I know is not hidden, but we still say to fish out this killer corps member or a randy police officer. Not just to fish him out, but I believe that he should also be brought to face the wrath of the law. Justice must run its full course. But can that also compensate for the life that has also been lost? We are also saying that the family of the deceased must be compensated. And when we say compensated, adequately. But the question is, what is adequate for a life that has been cut short? The brother, we were told, was also shot, who is also still writhing in pains. Proper arrangement must be made to take care of his health. I believe this is very, very important. It is unfortunate, it is condemnable, and we are condemning this act. A senseless act, a dastardly act, which is an all-professional act by this officer. For us, all we can say, may the Lord grant Iyoda, Damilola, Halujiana, and the family left behind, may God also grant them the fortitude to bear this irreparable loss. But this must not go unpunished. The officers must be punished. Thank you. Mr. Clerk, please ensure the resolutions are out. I will also read this to you so that it's important. So that, because the media were asking questions, and I say, for us in the Ekiti State House of Assembly, we condemn in strong terms the killing of Inyanya Damilala and the shooting of his brother at Lautech, Ogbomosho. It is with deep sorrow and outrage that we denounce the heinous killing of Inyanya Damilala, a 7 corps members in Oyo State, by a police officer at Lautech, Ogbomosho, along with the shooting of his brother. The deceased, who was attending his brother's graduation ceremony at the time of his untimely death, fell victim to a senseless act of violence perpetrated by the said police officer. highlighting a disturbing level of unprofessionalism. The Ekiti State House of Assembly vehemently condemns this appalling incident and calls upon the relevant authorities to swiftly identify and apprehend the perpetrator responsible for this heinous crime. Justice must be served, and the killer cop must be brought to face the full weight of the law. This egregious act of violence must not be swept under the carpet, and those responsible must be held accountable for their action, whether for his action or their action. So, since we don't know how many of them, we extend our heartfelt condolences to the family and loved ones of Iyoda Damilola during this difficult time, and stand in solidarity with all those affected by this tragic loss. May justice prevail, and may we collectively strive towards a society where such acts of brutality have no place. Thank you. Okay, sorry. If you support that this become the resolution of this, I'll say hi. If you're against the high have it. Please, leader, can you just quickly take us through the business of the day?
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. Thank you, my dear colleagues. You are highly appreciated. I'm Honorable Tola Esan, and I represent Ekiti Southwest Constituency 2. Right Honorable Speaker, I have the order paper for Tuesday, 30th April 2024 with me, and there are 8 items on the order of the day. Item 1 is a bill for the Ekiti State Regency Amendment Bill 2024. Item 2 is House of Assembly Commission Amendment Bill 2024. Item 3 is Board of Internal Revenue Amendment Bill 2024. Item 4 is Ekiti State Trust Fund Amendment, Second Amendment Bill 2024. Item 5 is Ekiti State Procurement Reenactment First Amendment Bill 2024. The 6th item, which is a motion calling for the confirmation of the appointment of Barrister Okoyemi Ajibola as Deputy Clerk, Legal Matters. And item 7 is a motion seeking to ensure social responsibility and community engagement from contractors operating within Ekiti State. Items 8, which is adjournment.
Thank you, Leader of the House. Can you quickly take item 1? Ekiti State Regency Amendment Bill. Clerk of the House, can you just do the first reading?
Board Speaker, sir, distinguished honorable members, Ekiti State Regency Amendment Bill 2024 being the first reading. Thank you.
That's true. Motion. Motion for second reading.
Right Honorable Speaker, my dear colleagues, I'm Honorable Tola Esan. I represent Ekiti Southwest Constituency 2. Right Honorable Speaker, I would like to move a motion that Ekiti State Regency Amendment Bill 2024 be read the second time.
Any seconder? Any seconder? Honorable Adegbite.
Good afternoon, Right Honorable Speaker, my distinguished colleagues. My name is Ayodeji Adegbite, representing Ado Constituency 1. I hereby second the motion that moved by the Leader of the House that the Ekiti State Regency law be read a second time. Thank you.
So if you're in support that this bill, Ekiti State Regency Amendment Bill 2024 be read the second time, say aye. If you're against, say nay. The ayes have it. And this is how we are going to go about it. The bill will be read the second time, but if you have any comment to make on the bill, you can quickly do that after it has been read. Clerk, can you just do the second reading?
Mr. Speaker, sir, distinguished honorable members, Ekiti State Regency Amendment Bill 2024. Second reading. Thank you.
I will call on the leader to quickly introduce us to the bill and make comment. Thank you.
Honorable Speaker, I rise in support of the Ekiti State Regency Amendment Bill 2024, as I believe that the proposed amendment hold great potentials for enhancing the effectiveness and stability of regency appointments in our state. The extension of the tenure of a regent, as outlined in this bill, can provide regents with the necessary time to implement meaningful changes, address community use, and foster development. This extension can also ensure continuity leadership, allow regents to build on their initiatives and make a lasting impact on their communities. Furthermore, the clear process for approval by the governor adds a layer of accountability and transparency to the appointment and the extension of regents' tenure. This process can help prevent arbitrary decisions and promote fairness in the selection and continuation of regents in office. In supporting this bill, we have the opportunity to strengthen our traditional leadership structures, empower regents to better serve their communities, and contribute to the overall development and well-being of Ekiti State. I want us to embrace this amendment with optimism and a commitment to progress. Thank you very much. I yield the floor.
Heard about this bill is just to look into our laws so that we'd also put unnecessary burden on our regents, as much as we don't want them to perpetuate themselves on the throne. We also see that there are certain circumstances that are also beyond them, that has also put some of them on the throne. And we cannot allow, when it's not a fault of theirs, to continue to suffer. And that is the whole essence of this bill. Some of them, we know of some who are there for 24 years. I know that person will not want to be there. But circumstances has also put her there. And if she's there, and we now, the law does not allow her to also enjoy the opportunities of the office. And that is what we are looking at. But this bill, from what I have seen, I believe it has come to also mitigate some of the suffering that some of the regents has to face due to no fault of theirs. So I don't know if there is still further comment that any member will want to make on it. If not, we can quickly move to Committee of the Whole House. No comment? Thank you. Leader of the House.
Right, Honorable Speaker. Thank you very much, my dear colleagues. I'm Honorable Tola Esan, representing the Southwest Constituency 2. Right, Honorable Speaker, I want to move a motion that this House dissolves into Committee of the Whole House so as to give expedite speedy passage for this bill. I so move.
Any seconder? Honorable Jacob Adeyemi.
Right, Honorable Speaker, sir. Distinguished honorable members, I'm Honorable Jacob Adeyemi Awoniyi. I rise to support the motion moved by the majority leader of the House that this bill should move to the committee stage.
Committee of the Whole House.
Committee of the Whole House. I so move, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you. If you're in support that this House dissolves to the Committee of the Whole House to consider this bill, say aye. If you're against, say nay. The House have it. Thank you very much. Without wasting time, I thank you. This is a committee of the whole House, and we are here this hour to consider this bill, Ekiti State Regency First Amendment. And I will quickly want us to go through the bill line by line from the title. The title is Ekiti State Regency First Amendment Bill 2024. Please, if you agree that we allow this to be the title, say aye. If you're against, say nay. The ayes have it. And the bill, the just area for amendment is just the arrangement of sections is just amendment of Ekiti State Regency Law number 10 of 2015, and then amendment of section 4 of the principal law, then citation. And when you look at it, the title for the bill, for the proposal, is a bill for a law to amend the provisions for the appointment and tenure of office of regents in Ekiti State and for other connected matters therewith. And part of what we have contained in the law is that this law is enacted by Ekiti State House of Assembly as follows. So the amendment now, which is amendment of Ekiti State Regency Law number 10 of 2015. The provisions of the Ekiti State Regency Law number 10 of 2015, in this bill referred to as the principal law, is hereby amended as set out in this bill. Now, extension of tenure of office of a regent. It is proposed in this bill that section 4.1 and 2 of the principal law is to be amended and to now read. Now we can look at the principle. This is how it will now be read. Notwithstanding section 8.4 of the Chief's Law, Cap 5, Laws of Ekiti State 2024, a regent shall hold title for 6 months and not more, or as may be extended by the governor upon an application made by the regent to the governor for an extension of time for a period which shall be determined by the governor as may be specified in the governor's letter of approval. Then subsection 2 of this same section reads, upon the extension of time approved by the governor in line with subsection 1 of this section, the regent shall continue to enjoy government recognition and any financial entitlement accruable to her office. If you are in support that we allow this to stand and to be the amendment, say aye. But before you say aye or yes, the word accruable to her, I want to ask, is it only a female that is always a regent? Only female? Right Honorable Olagbaju.
Right Honorable distinguished members. My name is Right Honorable Bolaji Olagbaju, representing the great people of Ado Constituency 2. For the most part, at large, is always the first daughter, but there are some communities whereby the next highest traditional ruler or the traditional
one of the
chiefs,
kingmakers. Okay,
the
chiefs.
kingmakers can be a regent.
Okay, so yes, Honorable Karim Agube.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker, other parliamentarian. My name is Honorable Karim Agumbiade, representing Ekiti West Constituency 1. For example, in my hometown, Aramoko, we are not using female as our regent. In Aramoko, we are using male. The person in that position should be the first ranking chief in the other part of the chieftaincy's title in Aramoko. Thank you.
Settles it. Is anything different, Honorable Sholanke? Who is speaking? Well, you are addressing the chairman now, please.
Okay, the chairman, committee of the whole house, distinguished colleagues, my name is Honorable Abimbola Shulanke, member representing Mamba Constituency 1. In my town, Ekiti, is the high chief, the next in command to the Oba, that actually assumes as the regent.
Just like what is obtainable in Araboko?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Honorable Tunde Oke.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'm Honorable Babatunde Oke, representing the Clerk Constituency 1. I've looked at the law itself, section 2, subsection D, that the next in rank to the deceased monarch shall be made a regent. So meaning that a man can also become a regent. So we can just change that R to D, Article D.
Yeah.
Accrue to the office. That means office of the regent.
Accrue to the office.
Yes.
Okay, and let's take it from the region shall continue to enjoy government recognition and any financial entitlement according to, no, it can't be D, because you are referring to the regent now. Let's just put it as to is or are. Yes, we just put is/are. Oh yes, okay. The D cannot come into the order of the office. Yes. It would read, the regent shall continue to enjoy government recognition and any financial entitlement accruable to the order of such office.
Let's use it.
Okay, is and I think that's okay. Okay, sorry. Accruable to him or her, sorry, please. Him. I think that's okay. So if you're in support that this be for part of this law, say aye. If you're against it, nay. The ayes have it. And citation. This bill may be cited as the Ekiti State Regency First Amendment Bill 2024. If you're in support, say aye. If you're against it, nay. The ayes have it. Thank you. That's the end of our meeting. May I quickly appreciate us for a job well done during our committee meeting and to also report the outcome of our meeting, the committee of the whole house, and to put a question if it was our agreement. One, it was the agreement of the committee of the whole house that this bill be amended and that we should have the first amendment to the Ekiti State Regency law. And after much deliberation, section 4 of the law was amended under section 2, which now reads, and I take that to read now, notwithstanding section 8.4 of the Chief's Law, Cap 5, Laws of Ekiti State 2024, a regent shall hold title for 6 months and not more, or as may be extended by the governor upon an application made by the regent governor for an extension of time for a period which shall be determined by the governor as may be specified in the governor's letter of approval. Upon the extension of time approved by the governor, in line with subsection 1 of this section, the regent shall continue to enjoy government recognition and any financial entitlement accruable to him or her, or to him or her office. To his, yeah. It's becoming to, not to him, to his or her office. Please, yes, to his or her office. Thank you. So that's the correct, because it's to his or her office. If you are in support that this was the true position of our discussion at the committee of the whole house, say aye. If you're against, say nay. The ayes have it. It was also agreed that the citation to this law, I shall read, this bill may be cited as the Ekiti State Regency First Amendment Bill 2024. If you are in support that this was our agreement at the committee of the whole, say aye. If you are against, say nay. The ayes have it. Thank you. I call on the clerk to take the bill for the third reading.
Mr. Speaker, sir, distinguished honorable members, Ekiti State Regency First Amendment Bill 2024, third reading. Thank you.
Thank you very much. The bill has been passed. Now, Leader of the House, can you just take us through the next item on the list?
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker, Mr. Capacity. Well done for that excellent work. And I want to also appreciate my honorable colleagues. Well done. I'm Honorable Tola Esan and I represent the Southwest Constituency 2. Right Honorable Speaker, the next item, which is item 2, is the House of Assembly Commission Amendment Bill 2024. Second reading.
Thank you. I call on the clerk of the House to also take the second reading of this bill. Then, after which, if there's any comments, we can take it. Clerk of the House.
My illustrious honorable members, House of Assembly Service Commission Amendment Bill 2024, second reading.
The last time, under the Regency bill that was passed, I will call on the Leader of the House to also take us through this bill, introduce us to the bill, and if you have any comments you can make, then, and any member that has any comments can also make such comments. Leader of the House.
Thank you once again, Right Honorable Speaker. Thanks once again, my honorable colleagues. I am Honorable Tola Esan. I represent the Southwest Constituency 2. Honorable Speaker, esteemed colleagues, and distinguished guests. Today we gather to deliberate upon a crucial piece of legislation, the Ekiti State House of Assembly Commission Amendment Bill, Reenactment, First Amendment. This bill seeks to amend the provisions of the establishment of the Ekiti State House of Assembly Service Commission and address various matters connected therewith. The proposed amendment encompasses several key areas, including the membership composition of the Commission, the appointment and removal of the Secretary to the Commission, as well as the functions and structure of the staff within the State House of Assembly. Notably, the bill advocates for an increase in the number of Commission members, introduces a legal advisor role, and enhances the involvement of the Speaker in certain decision-making processes. Furthermore, the bill introduces amendments aimed at streamlining the recruitment process for junior staff and clarifying certain terms within the existing legislation. As representatives entrusted with the welfare and efficiency of our esteemed House of Assembly, it is imperative that we carefully consider the implications of these proposed amendments. We must ensure that they align with the principles of transparency, accountability, and effective governance, ultimately serving the best interest of the people of the Ekiti State. In the spirit of constructive dialogue and collaboration, I urge all honorable members to engage in thorough deliberation, offering insight, concerns, and recommendations to enrich our understanding and guide our decision-making process. Together, let us uphold our solemn duty to enact legislation that fosters progress, strengthens our institutions, and advance the collective well-being of our beloved state. I yield the floor for further discussion on this vital matter. Thank you.
Thank you, Leader. Okay, Honorable Tunde Do.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. Distinguished colleague of the Ekiti State House of Assembly, I am Honorable Tunde Do. I represent the Clerk Constituency 2. Mr. Speaker, I rise to suggest that this is a bill that is that is discussing the House of Assembly itself. And I would have preferred that the bill is referred to relevant committees of the House for further scrutiny. Because I wouldn't want us to belabor ourselves. We need to carefully examine the bill and make sure we are transparent enough in all that we are going to do on this bill. So, Mr. Speaker, as I've said, I suggest that the bill is referred to the relevant committees of the House for further scrutiny. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Posing that we should take this on to committee. Is that what?
Yes.
No. Okay. Any further comments? But my thinking is that we can pass this bill today. Why not? It's just a one or two pages bill. Honorable Adegbite.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. Distinguished members of the 7th House of Assembly. I want to align with what Honorable Idowu just said. This bill needs a little bit more work, and I think we should commit it to the relevant House committees so that we can have a thorough perusal of this amendment. Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker.
I'm sorry, I have not seen any cogent reason why we should not pass it today. You say more work, in what area, in which way, how? Well, this is a House of Assembly. I'll probably put it to a question. Then, Right Honorable Akim Jamiu.
Right Honorable Speaker, I'm Right Honorable Akim Jamiu. I represent the Parliamentary Constituency 2. Mr. Speaker, distinguished colleagues, I want to align with previous speakers. This is our own law. House of Assembly Service Commission, House of Assembly. Some details are necessary. It's better for us to err on the side of caution. Let's do a proper work on this bill and come up with a report. Mr. Speaker, I so submit. Thank you.
Okay, I will put the question then, so that I don't allow you to kill this bill. If I said to the Committee of the House, if you said no, then it's dead. So rather, if I support that we commit this bill to Committee of the House, say, yeah, I say aye. I mean, sorry, to a relevant committee of the House. I cannot understand why people are. If you are support that we commit this bill to the relevant committee of the House, say aye. If you are against, say nay. The ayes have it. So the bill is committed to. Now I can now exercise my own discretion. I'm sorry, I think I will commit this to Judiciary and Legal Matters. Judiciary and Legal Matters to take up this bill. Thank you. Okay. Don't worry, after this city, I will know what is fishing. Yes, Leader of the House, I hope there are no coup somewhere. Please go ahead. Thank you.
You're right, Honorable Speaker. Thank you, my dear colleagues. The next item is the Board of Internal Revenue Amendment Bill 2024. It's also going for second reading.
Oh, people. All right. We will do the same thing with this bill. Clerk, take the second reading. Then the comment or the leader will introduce us to the bill, and members will make their comments. Debate this bill. But this one, I will not even toy with the idea of committing to the committee of the whole house. We will commit it to the relevant committee to go and look at it. Thank you. I now see. I believe that members are now very strong to work today. Clerk.
Yes, sir. Distinguished honorable members, Ekiti Board of Internal Revenue Amendment Bill 2024, second reading. Thank you, sir.
Can you take us through the bill?
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. Thank you, my dear colleague. Distinguished guests, this bill is a crucial step towards enhancing the administration and the collection of revenue due to the Ekiti State government and its local government councils. In a dynamic economic environment, it is imperative that our revenue laws remain adaptable and responsive to emerging trends. This proposed amendment, particularly the insertion of new provisions related to lotteries and gaming, it's as a function of reviews and amendments we have made to earlier laws here in this House of Assembly, and it signifies our commitment to modernizing revenue collection methods. By establishing clear rates and fees for these activities, we aim to ensure fairness, transparency, and accountability in revenue generation. Furthermore, the bill underscores our dedication to fostering a conducive business environment while simultaneously fulfilling our fiscal responsibilities. The revenue generated from these activities will contribute significantly to the development and maintenance of critical infrastructure and public services in our state. In conclusion, I urge honorable members to support this bill as it represents a proactive approach to revenue management that will ultimately benefit the purpose of Ekiti State. Thank you.
Of the House. Any comment from any member on this bill? Well, I can understand that members want us to commit this bill to a relevant committee of the House where it will be thoroughly dealt with. And the report, we can now begin to look at it. I understand that. But I will still allow Honorable Tunde to make his comment. Okay, you want it at the committee? Okay, I will direct that all members should send their representation to the committee to look at this. Committee on investments. Sorry, finance and appropriation. Committee of Finance and Appropriation, please take up this bill, look at it very well, get members' opinion and views on it, and if possible, conduct public hearing on it. The committee has just 3 weeks to work on this bill. Thank you very much. So the bill is hereby committed to the Committee on Finance and Appropriation. Thank you. Leader.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker, for this speed administration today. It's encouraging. And my dear colleagues. Right Honorable Speaker, the next item, I'm Honorable Tola Esan, representing the Southwest Constituency 2. And the next item on our order of the day is item 4. And that's Ekiti State Security Trust Fund, Second Amendment Law, Bill 2024.
Call on the clerk to take the second reading, or is it first reading? Second reading of this bill. Then the leader of the House will introduce us to the bill, and any member that has anything to say on the bill will make it, and we will commit it also to a relevant committee of the House. Thank you. Clerk.
Distinguished honorable members, it states Security Trust Fund Second Amendment B 2024, second reading. Thank you.
Leader of the House.
Once again, Right Honorable Speaker and my esteemed colleagues and distinguished guests, I rise again this afternoon to advocate for the passage of the Ekiti State Security Trust Fund Second Amendment Bill. In a world where security threats evolve rapidly, it is imperative that we adapt our strategies to effectively safeguard the lives and properties of our citizens. The existing Ekiti State Security Trust Fund law, enacted in 2015, laid a solid foundation for enhancing security through innovative funding mechanisms. However, as times change, so must our approach. The proposed amendments to this law are not merely administrative adjustments. They are strategic enhancements aimed at bolstering the financial capabilities of our security apparatus. By earmarking 1% of contract sums, we are ensuring a sustainable and predictable source of funding for our security initiatives. Critics may argue that allocating additional funds to the Security Trust Fund imposes a financial burden on contractors. However, it is crucial to recognize that security is not a luxury, but a fundamental right. The modest contributions outlined in this bill pale in comparison to the invaluable protection they provide to our citizens and the stability they bring to our society. In conclusion, I urge my esteemed colleagues to support the Ekiti State Trust Fund Second Amendment Bill. Let us seize this opportunity to fortify our security architecture, empower our law enforcement agencies, and safeguard the future of our beloved state. Together, let us demonstrate our unwavering resolve to protect and serve the people of Ekiti State. I yield the floor.
Thank you very much. Dear colleagues, if you have comments on this bill, can you please signify? Honorable Tunde, okay. And after that, Honorable Tunde Do.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker.
There must be volcanic eruption.
I want to align myself with the submission of the leader as to the desirability of this bill. However, we should be cautious of passing.
Chief should get prepared after today, though.
However, we should be cautious of passing laws that are implementable. Because I've looked at the bill and I realized that we are also technically legislating on basic salary of federal political office holder. So if it is going to be committed to relevant committee of the House, they should look at it and see how implementable the law will be. Because as a House of Assembly, I don't think we have the power to legislate on basic salary of federal political office holder or appointed or elected. Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker.
Today, okay, and for that wonderful submission. Honorable Tunde Idowu. After that, Honorable Lateef Oluwole Akale.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. Distinguished colleagues, I am Honorable Tunde Idowu. I represent the Clerk Constituency 2. Mr. Speaker, I rise also to support my colleagues that has just spoken, and also I want to support that this bill is timely and is purposely to strengthen the avenue of getting more fund to support the government for the security of life and property of the citizen. As we know, Mr. Speaker, that the primary duty of a government is to secure life and property of the citizen. So I support that the amendment should be given accelerated passage, and all that and also that the observation of my honorable colleagues from Ikere 1 should also be put into consideration. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you very much, Honorable Lateef Oluwole Akale, Ekiti East 2. And Honorable Babatunde Omotayo should get set to say something on this bill.
Good Speaker, distinguished colleagues, my name is Honorable Oluwole Lateef Akale, representing Ekiti East 2. In addition to, I want to adopt in toto the contributions of the earlier speakers, honorables that spoke about this bill. This is a wonderful bill coming at the right time. The importance of securing the life of our people cannot be overemphasized. However, the observation of Honorable Tunde on the 1% basic salary of political officers that will be looked into when the bill comes to the committee level. But the item of item F, where the bill is stipulating that 1% of contract job or some in respect of all types of contracts or procurement, consultancy, and management fees of contractors operating in Ekiti State should be considered while dealing with this bill. That one should not be tampered with. We should encourage this deduction from their sum so that the security apparatus, the security system that the government is trying to put up, the government alone cannot finance the security challenges that we are having in the state. So it is a bill that should be given accelerated hearing, subject to the little amendment that we have just discovered this afternoon. Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Oluwole Akale, Honorable Omotayo Babatayo, and after that, Honorable Okere should please make your comment after me.
Right, Honorable Speaker, honorable colleagues, my name is Honorable Omotayo Babatunde. I represent the good people of Iseorun constituency. Mr. Speaker, I want to appreciate and give the kudos to the people that engage in this bill. It's a which I like and I love and I support. I believe this bill will arm them with funds, donated by the public, and it will help the state to secure and to do the needful in part of the security and everything in the state. I just want to urge all my colleagues to support this bill so that we can be able to make use of the fund and we can be able to secure our state perfectly. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.
Yes, Honorable Olowokere, and after that, Honorable Sholanke will have the floor.
Thank you, the Right Honorable Speaker. Honorable
and Right Honorable Akim Jabi should get prepared after Honorable Sholanke.
I represent the Holy Republic in Nigeria, the Republic of Efon. Thank you, sir. I want to join my colleagues that have spoken on this particular bill. Looking at it too, in the area where I would like to comment is on the 1% basic salary of both the appointed and elected at the federal level. We have to, the committee that will be committed to should take this area into consideration. I agree with that of the local government and within the state, but that of the federal.
Well, if they are elected and appointed, well, we can see how we, to me, there are some injustices that I also see in the system. Do you know that you are paying certain amount of money to the political party?
I know.
That the elected members at the National Assembly, we should also see how to devise a means, even if it's not from their basic salary. But there must be a way that will also make them responsible to also make this. It might not really be from their salary. I agree with you in total. I agree with the observation earlier made. But there should be a way. I know for us in the as elected representatives in the state, there are certain contributions that we are making.
Yes.
So the same platform that brought us on board, they too should also. And this, we are even talking about security of life in our dear state. And something very, I think we should also see how to make people responsible, particularly looking at Section 14 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999 as amended, that the priority, first priority, primary priority, objective of any government is security of lives. And when it comes to the issue of security of life, it's a collective responsibility. They too have to be responsible. As elected representative, as appointee of government, they too must be very responsible. But please go ahead. Thank you.
I'm not disagreeing with you on that. But for us to consider them in the area of their salary, that is what I'm thinking, imploring the committee that will be committed to take into consideration. It might not necessarily be on the area of their basic salary. At least they can also contribute in another area other than that of the basic salary. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you very much. Yes, Honorable Sholanke.
Colleagues, my name is Abimbola Sholanke, member representing Momba Constituency 1. I rise this afternoon to support this motion because to whom much is given.
Thank God for the screen. We cannot really understand what you are putting on. The screen has allowed us to really know what you are putting on. Please go ahead.
To whom much is given, much is expected. I think this is something we should all be happy to contribute towards, because it is when the security is right that we can actually be at peace within our domain, our homes, our towns, and even at work. So I'm in support of this bill, and I know that there is a way that the government of Ekiti State can make the people at the federal to support this motion or this bill. During the time of Dr. John Kayode Fayemi second term, during the COVID, we were all made to pay a certain amount of money towards what is it called now? Palliative for people. And I know that people at the federal contributed towards this initiative as well. So there's nothing stopping them from contributing towards this initiative. If they did it then, I'm sure they will do it now, because security is most important to lives and property, and we cannot take security with kid glove. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you very much, Honorable Sholanke. Right, Honorable Akim Jamiu, please. Thank you.
Honorable Speaker, once again, I'm Right Honorable Akim Jamiu. I represent the Parliamentary Constituency 2, precisely from Igbemo Ekiti, the home of rice. Yes, this bill is coming at an appropriate time, but I have some issues to raise. Yes, first, security is everybody's business. It's all our business. And I want to, as number two, I want to align with the Right Honorable Speaker that our national lawmakers should be made responsible too. Yes, they even earn more than us. But the burden, everything is always on us here. So it's that time, even though we may not be able to tamper with their allowances or salaries, but on their own volition, as soon as this bill becomes law, they must find a way of remitting their own share willingly. And since it's a matter of law, they will do it willingly. So that's my admonition. And also, it is important that the law, when it is passed, is made operational. It's made operational. We have so many laws. Most of these issues that we discuss in this house, we have laws. It's only that the laws are not operational. So I want to plead, and I want to seriously argue that this kind of law, in this auspicious time, in this auspicious season of insecurity, we need the law but not only passing the laws, not only passing laws, laws should be made operational. and that is why I'm laying emphasis on it. And there is no better time to pass this law than now. The state government cannot cope. The resources available may not be enough to cater for all the paramilitary agencies that we have. Like recently, the government just inaugurated the Forest Agro Rangers. We will take care of these people from somewhere. The Amotekun is there. Then we have some other, even the local hunters, who are the people that are always going to our bushes. They are also there. So all these people, they need funding. And it is this kind of trust fund that can seriously support the state government. So from the foregoing, I want to strongly appeal to my colleagues that this bill should be given expeditious passage. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.
Right Honorable Akim Jamiu. Yes, after Honorable Tejo Kuiga, Honorable Yomi Ayorinde will speak, then I will draw the curtain on this. Thank you. Yes, Honorable Tejo Kuiga.
Honorable Speaker, my distinguished colleague, my name is Adeteju Okuiga. I represent Boeing Ayikere constituency. Right Honorable Speaker, I just want to addendum to what Right Honorable Akim Jamiu said. If this bill becomes law, how do we enforce? How do we enforce the law? How do we compel the nationals to to do their bits? Because we have a lot of laws, but the enforcement is the problem. Right Honorable Speaker, sir, this is a question that needs answer. How do we enforce? How do we get this done? Thank you.
Yes, and I think part of what you should ask is what will be the punishment if it is not complied with? And that is the duty of the committee to look into how to enforce it and what will be the punishment. Maybe that person will be recalled from office. So the committee will also, Honorable Wayobi Ebenezer Ayorinde, and you know, I am drawing curtain on this because I have called Ebenezer. Please, go ahead.
Right Honorable Speaker, distinguished colleagues.
Honorable Takweloge, please take your seats. Take your seats. Go ahead.
My name is Honorable Ayorinde Ebenezer Oluwayomi, representing Idosi Constituency 2. And I say good afternoon to you all. Security is serious business, and it involves a lot of money that might not be at the disposal of the state government alone. And I see the ingenuity on the part of this House that we are making efforts to expand ways of generating money so that we can have enough at the disposal of the government or whoever that manages it for effective security of lives and property in the state. I know that some gray areas that have been identified. Nevertheless, I would not want that to play down the importance of the bill itself. At the committee level, those of us who have creative ideas on how best to get money out of whoever, we can pass it across to them. But overall, it's a bill that will serve the state. It's a bill that will serve all of us. And I implore all of us to give all the necessary attention to this bill so that we can have more money at the disposal of our security agency. Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker, for the opportunity.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I know the next bill to be considered is very crucial, that Honorable Takweloge will have to make some contributions. Well, the issue of security is, like all of us have observed, is an issue for all of us. All, I mean all. And And this bill is important. Issue of security cannot be left to government alone. And I believe that is the whole essence of this. A lot of resources are actually needed when it comes to security issues. And that is the whole essence, that it is important to have security trust fund. We have businesses, I don't know if the committee will look at it, there are businesses in the states that must also get involved. Every investors in this state must get involved when it comes to, of course, part of their CSR. They should also make it as one of their CSR. In Lagos, that is done. It is practiced in Lagos. In developing world, developed world, this is the usual practice, because government cannot do it alone. Those who have their investment in a state, they also contribute to issue of security, because the money they are wasting or spending personally on security, by the time we put the resources together, you will even realize that you spend less. The majority of us, we have our night guard, have all manner of security around us, that once it is done collectively, you might not even need them, or you spend little on it. And that is why that we must take this bill very serious. So, on that note, this bill will be committed to the Committee of Security and Special Duties. Thank you. Leader of the House.
Speaker, the next item on our order paper for today is items 5, and that's Ekiti State Procurement First Amendment Bill 2024.
Clerk to take the second reading, and immediately after that, Leader of the House will take us through introduce us to the bill. I will only take 2 comments on this one, just 2. And like I have indicated earlier, I can see Honorable Takwelonge, he thought we would not take this. He had earlier indicated that he's going to speak on this bill. So he's going to speak after the Leader of the House. But that is not a guarantee that you will still leave. We will close this session together today. Honorable Tola Esan, can you please, Clerk of the House, can you just take the second reading?
Mr. Speaker, sir, distinguished honorable members, Ekiti State Procurement Reenactment First Amendment Bill 2024, second reading. Thank you.
Yes, Leader of the House, introduce us to the bill.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker and distinguished colleagues. I rise once again this afternoon to address this esteemed House on the Ekiti State Public Procurement Reenactment First Amendment Bill 2024. This bill, designed to amend certain sections of the existing Ekiti State Public Procurement Law of 2020, is a testament to our commitment to fostering transparency, efficiency, and accountability in government processes. This bill seeks to refine the existing framework, ensuring that procurement activities align more closely with the development objectives of our dear state. The proposed amendment holds significant implications for our procurement practices. Firstly, the inclusion of the phrase "subject to the approval of the governor" in sections 12(3), subsections 3, underscores the importance of executive oversight in the allocation of funds. This measure will enhance financial prudence and ensure that resources are utilized in accordance with established priorities as approved by the executive arm of government. Secondly, the addition of "according to the objectives of this law" to section 12, subsection 4, empowers the council to enact regulations that are in harmony with the overarching goals of the procurement law. This provision serves to streamline decision-making processes and promote coherence in our regulatory framework, thereby facilitating smoother implementation and compliance. Lastly, the replacement of from time to time with as approved by the governor in sections 12, section 5 introduces a crucial element of accountability by tethering the application of proceeds to gubernatorial endorsement. We ensure that financial disbursements are made in a manner consistent with the broader strategic vision of our administration. In conclusion, the Ekiti State Procurement Enforced Amendment Bill 2024 represents a forward-thinking approach to governance. It reflects our unwavering commitment to upholding the principles of good governance, fiscal responsibility, and inclusive development. I urge all members to lend their support to this crucial piece of legislation as it paves the way for a more transparent, efficient, and accountable public procurement system in our beloved state. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Honorable Tola Esan, the leader of the House. So I call on Honorable Tokwelunge.
Honorable Speaker, fellow parliamentarians, my name is Lunge Temitokwe Ademola, and I represent the good people of Oye Constituency 1. Right Honorable Speaker, I rise before you this morning to contribute to the ongoing debate about Ekiti State Public Procurement Reenactment First Amendment Law of 2024. Mr. Speaker, this amendment is one that can be described as one that is very robust, one that is needed at this point in time, one that will ensure that agencies, ministries, and departments of government become more accountable and transparent to the people of the state and to the government. Mr. Speaker, we cannot overemphasize the importance of accountability and transparency by agencies of government in governance. Mr. Speaker, this amendment is also very important because it gives the executive the power to actually act in the supervisory capacity and ensure compliance with global best practice. Mr. Speaker, I rise to say before you once again that this bill is amendment is one that we should all support and also give expeditious and accelerated hearing and approval, Mr. Speaker. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Tokwelunge, Honorable Femi Fatula. Thank you.
Distinguished colleagues, my name is Femi Fatula. I represent the good people of Ekiti Constituency 1. Mr. Speaker, let me also support this amendment bill. Mr. Speaker, if only on the charge that the Bureau will be able to raise, that will take them out of relying on donor from agency or from other agencies. At least with this new amendment, they will be able to have their own funds to do all their expenditures. Mr. Speaker, I want to also support this amendment in total and to appeal to my colleagues to expedite the passage of this bill. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you very much, Honorable Femi Fatula. As we are aware that transparency in government businesses is very, very important. And the whole essence of this bill, or particularly the amendment we are seeking to do, is to ensure that we have that transparency. And also for the governor to have, to be able to exercise control. We're also looking at the area of direct labor, what to be done and how it should be done, and the limit of direct labor. You will recall that in this house, we frown against the local government having projects under direct labor. Direct labor has also to be streamlined. And this issue of direct labor will also be brought into the procurement. And part of what this House, particularly in the Sixth Assembly, has done is to ensure e-procurement. The bill is also seek to further strengthen this under this amendment. There are a lot that to be done in this amendment. Thank God that the innovation will soon take place. So I think the bill will be committed to the Committee on SDG and Public Procurement. You have 3 weeks. All the committees, you have 3 weeks to consider all bills before you. Thank you. Yes, leader. Ojo.
Right, Honorable Speaker, my dear colleagues, I'm Honorable Tola Esan. I represent the Southwest Constituency 2. Right, Honorable Speaker, the next item on our order of the day is item 6, and that's a motion calling for the confirmation of the appointment of Barrister Opeyemi Ajibola as Deputy Clerk, Legal Matters. The mover of the motion is in the person of myself, and the seconder is Honorable Jacob.
I don't know who is himself here. Who is the mover?
Right, Honorable Speaker, the mover of the motion is Honorable Tola Esan.
Okay.
Representing Southwest Constituency 2.
All right. Please, can you proceed to move the motion?
Thank you, Right, Honorable Speaker. I would like to move a motion that confirms the appointment of Barrister Opeyemi Ajibola as Deputy Clerk, Legal Matters of the Ekiti State House of Assembly. I so move.
Honorable Jacob Adeyemi Awoniyi, number 2, for secondment. Seconder.
The Right Honorable Speaker, sir, the Deputy Speaker, distinguished honorable members of the House. I'm Honorable Jacob Adeyemi Awoniyi, representing Mamba Constituency 2. I rise this afternoon to second the motion moved by the Leader of the House, seeking for the confirmation of the appointment of a Barrister Opeyemi Ajibola as Deputy Clerk, Legal Matters. But before going to that, Mr. Speaker, I want to say 1 or 2 things about Mr. Barrister Opeyemi Ajibola. Okay? Barrister Opeyemi is a good son of Ekiti, Mamba local government.
Okay, sir. But you have, you can quickly do whatever you want to do under Aisha.
Thank you, sir. He is a good son of Ekiti, and is very humble, reliable, very cool and collected, and he has the needed academic and native intelligence that will allow him to function very well in the capacity as a Deputy Clerk, Legal Matters. Mr. Speaker, I now wish to second the motion moved by the Leader of the House that the appointment of Barrister Opeyemi Ajibola as Deputy Clerk, Legal Matters be confirmed. Mr. Speaker, I so second.
Well, there is a pending motion which has been seconded. What I'm going to do now, and I believe the House will do, by our law, a stranger cannot be allowed, but this is not a stranger. It's a staff of this house, so he can be brought in without a motion. He's a staff already. He has that privilege to be seen even before this house. He can also be heard. We can even question him as a staff of this house. Before we put the question, I will call on the Sergeant at Arms to bring in Barrister Okpeyemi Ajibola. And before we put the question, if there's any member that want to make comments, can also make the comment, then we put the question after that. Thank you. Okay, yes, well, the motion is a motion calling to confirm, not the confirmation itself. Confirmation will be done. So the question is, if you are in support that this House consider this motion calling for confirmation of Barrister Okpeyemi Ajibola, say aye. If you're against, say nay. The ayes have it. Now, leader of the House, you are the mover of the motion. Can you tell us reasons why Barrister Ajibola should be confirmed?
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. I am Honorable Tola Esan. I represent the Southwest Constituency 2. My dear colleagues, I would like to read briefly to you the profile of Barrister Okpeyemi Ajibola. Okpeyemi Ezekiah Ajibola was born in Akure, Ondo State on the 2nd July 1983 into the family of Mr. and Mrs. 1983.
Okay.
Into the family of Mr. and Mrs. Ezekiah Ajibola of Ekiti in Moba local government of Ekiti State. He attended Police Children's School, Akure, Ondo State from 1988 to 1992. He proceeded for his secondary school education in the year 1992 at Aquinas College, Akure, Ondo State, and later Ekiti State Government College, Ado Ekiti, where he had his SSC O-level and NECO in the year 1999. He applied and got admission to the University of Ado Ekiti to study diploma in law program in the year 2000. Due to his passion and love for the legal profession, he sat for JAMB and got admitted into the prestigious Faculty of Law, University of Ado Ekiti, UNAD, now Ekiti State University, to pursue his ambition of becoming a lawyer in 2002 and 2003 session. He graduated from the university in the year 2008 and was admitted into the Nigerian Law School, Lagos campus in October 2008, from where he graduated in the year 2009. On the 4th November 2009, Okpeyemi Ezekiah Ajibola was called into the prestigious Nigerian bar. Thereafter, he had his compulsory one-year NYSC in Ilorin, Kwara State, in the chambers of Ayodele, Oluwaseun and Co., Golden Gate Chambers at Baboko, Ilorin, Kwara State. He returned to Ekiti State to join the legal team of L.O. Ogundele and Co., Heritage Chambers, where he worked till 2011. He joined the legislative service as a senior legislative counsel in the Legislative Drafting and Legal Service Department of Ekiti State House of Assembly, Ado Ekiti, Ekiti State, in October 2011. As a legislative drafter, one of his roles is to provide legislative drafting services for the members of the state legislature, such as drafting of bills and resolutions. He also serves as legal advisor to various House committees. He enforces best practice and good governance by giving legal opinion on the legal risk on any proposed bill, subject/legal matter before the House of Assembly, after thorough research and adequate review of such bill, and profile alternative options where necessary. He represents the House in legal matters and liaises with external counsel/Ministry of Justice to pursue any case. He maintains records of bills, passed into laws. He has attended many conferences and seminars on legal and legislative drafting, served as legal and technical advisor in many committees. He also served as steering committee member to various committees. He has represented the Ekiti State Assembly in various conferences and seminars in legislative drafting and has served in many ad hoc committees on legislative drafting, including drafting of bills and resolutions. He is currently a member of the Law Review Committee on the Review of Laws of Ekiti State. Okoyemi Ajibola is a member of the Nigerian Institute of Management and associate member of the Institute of Chartered Mediators and Conciliations. He is a draftsman par excellence who has used his drafting skill best through drafting of bills, motions, and resolutions. He combines humility with professionalism and upholds rules of professional conduct in all his legal engagements. He served as the Treasurer 2010 to 2014 and Financial Secretary, Nigeria Bar Association, Ekiti Branch, 2014-2016, member, Central Working Committee of NBA, Ekiti Law Week 2000, former Vice Chairman, Nigerian Bar Association, Ekiti Branch 2018-2020, NBA accredited observer for the 2023 presidential and gubernatorial elections, and Chairman, 2023 Law Week Committee of NBA Ekiti. He is married to Mrs. Tosi Ajibola, and the marriage is blessed with lovely children. Thank you very much. I believe with this citation, we have been able to identify...
You cannot be a judge in your own case. Sit down. Yes. Maybe I should start from... Let me start from Honorable Oluwayomi Ayorinde.
Right Honorable Speaker, distinguished colleagues, my name is Honorable Yomi Ayorinde. I represent Idosi Constituency 2. I thank God for a day like this. Barrister is a dedicated staff of this assembly. He's committed, he's a serious-minded fellow, he's a lawyer. There are people who will claim to be a lawyer, and all it takes to be a lawyer, you will not see it there. He is a thoroughbred and is ever available for the service of this house. I worked with him when we were trying to amend anti-grabbing law, and there is no time I put a call across to him, even in the middle of the night, he was always available. And there is no time you call on him, either to use his laptop, to type, or to do anything else, he will never grumble. I think hard work pays. And Okoyemi, I think you've earned this for yourself. And I thank the leadership of this house for giving this type of gentleman, young man for that matter, this type of opportunity. For those of us who have not worked directly with him, I bear witness to all that has been said by the majority leader about this young man. Please let us confirm him, even as we wish that he will become more and more professional and deploy more energy to the services of this House of Assembly. Right Honorable Speaker, thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you, Honorable Yomi Ayorinde. And I call on Honorable Bose Olowokere.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'm Honorable Bose Olowokere. I represent the Holy Republic in Nigeria, the Efan Republic. I rise this afternoon to lend my voice to the confirmation of the appointment of Barrister Okoyemi Ajibola as Deputy Clerk Legal. Before coming to this House of Assembly, Mr. Speaker, I've been hearing about this barrister from a lawyer, let me say a barrister of the chamber where he has once served. And when I came to this House of Assembly, I studied him just to confirm what has been said about him. I heard that he's a very dedicated man. He's so committed. And honestly, when I came to this House of Assembly, I confirmed that too. He's a very humble personified. With this, I want the fellow parliamentarian this afternoon to let us, all of us, come together to confirm Barrister Okoyemi as Deputy Clerk Legal. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Boss Olowokere, I call Honorable Tunde Idowu, then I will go back to Honorable Sholanke before calling on Tunde Oke, and then I'll move to this side. Thank you.
Right Honorable Speaker, distinguished colleagues of Ekiti State House of Assembly, I am Honorable Tunde Idowu. I represent the Clerk Constituency 2. Mr. Speaker, I rise to congratulate this young barrister at law, lawyer Ajibola, Opeyemi Ajibola. Mr. Speaker, without prejudice to English language, this is our lingua franca. I am not learned, but I am educated. Mr. Speaker, I want to confirm to you, and I want you to master my words one after the other, that this young barrister, Mr. Speaker, I am saying that this young barrister is one of the brain behind the mechanism of effectiveness of this legislative farm. Mr. Speaker, we don't need to belabor ourselves on the resume.
The eruption today is not mechanical,
yes,
not volcanic.
Yes.
Please go ahead.
Mr. Speaker, so the man is intelligent and diligent. So there is nothing more we need from him. We only need to confirm him so that we can add more to his feather, so that he can do more. Mr. Speaker, I will not, as I've said, I will not belabor us. I will just advise us that we should not waste time. Just go straight to confirm Barrister Opeyemi as a deputy clerk legal matter of this Salo chamber. Mr. Speaker, so also on the lighter mood, it has, while congratulating this barrister, I want to say that it's a long time we moved from this Salo chamber to your office, Mr. Speaker. I don't know, maybe you understand the area I'm coming from. I could see Honorable Tope rushing out. There are reasons for those things. Mr. Speaker, as I'm congratulating this barrister, I want to say that probably you allow us, if the rain will not hinder because of some logistics, that we should move from this Salo chamber to your office. You understand, Mr. Speaker? Okay.
Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Honorable Sholanke. The DS will be the person to speak last.
My name is Honorable Abimbola Shulanke, member representing Momba Constituency 1. I rise this afternoon to give my support to my dear brother, Barrister Opeyemi Ajibola. I never know initially that he's from Momba local government until maybe we were about 3 months old in this assembly before I even know that he's from Momba local government. I love the way he conducts himself. He's somebody that you can rely on, very reliable, very dedicated person. We can't but, to thank God for this opportunity for him to become Deputy Speaker of this Alo chamber. Mr. Speaker, I want
Deputy Speaker?
Deputy Clerk. Deputy Clerk. I want to join my voice with my colleagues who have spoken highly of Barrister Ajibola, that when giving chance, it will not disappoint us. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Tunde Oke.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker, distinguished colleagues. I am Honorable Babatunde Oke, representing Ikere Constituency 1. Mr. Speaker, let me first of all align myself with the previous members that have spoken about Barrister Okoyemi Ajibola. Mr. Speaker, Barrister Okoyemi Ajibola is a blessing to this House of Assembly. I can say without any doubt that he's fit and proper for this position. He's fit because he has the requisite professional qualifications to hold the position, and is proper because of his continuous exhibition of Omoluabi ethos. He's very committed, he's hardworking, he's always ready to give his all on any issue. I want to congratulate you for this opportunity, and I want to thank the leadership of this House for giving him this opportunity to serve. And I will also appeal to distinguished honorable members to allow the confirmation to be done. Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker.
I call on Honorable Tokpe Adedamola Longe.
Ademola, sorry.
Fellow parliamentarians, my name is Longe Temitokwe Ademola, and I represent the good people of Oye Constituency 1, including His Excellency Dr. John Kayode. Now, I am going to talk about this young man, different perspective, and I'm going to use two adages to express what I want to say about you to you. I know you from afar. I've seen you from afar. People have spoken so much about you. I'm going to just admonish you with two adages. One, there's a masquerade, a big masquerade that used to dance in my grandmother's village at the festival of masquerades every year. And this masquerade will come to the king's palace, and he will come and tell the king every year at the festival of masquerades. He will tell the king, he will say to the king, Kabiesi, may your reign be long. As you are doing what you are doing, keep on doing it. Do not change your character. He will come, and the masquerade will come and tell the king every year that the way you behave, the way you conduct yourself, the way you administer the people, keep on doing it. People are watching you. That is number one. Number two, the Yorubas will say, Efiniwa, meaning that our character is like a smoke. Do you understand what I'm saying? Our character is like a smoke. People are watching you. People have said so much about you. We have also seen you from afar. Some of us have seen you closely. So please, I'm sure your head is probably swelling by what people are saying here. And we have also had cause to report some of you, some staff here, to the clerk and to Mr. Speaker. Are you listening to me? So I'm sure you can raise your shoulders high when you see men of timber and caliber here saying good things about you. If you have not been a very diligent staff, if you have not done well, people here will have said it. We are no respecter of men. Okay? So I'm going to end this quote by reminding you again that you should put it in your left hand. What the masquerade used to say every year, that the way you conduct yourself, the way you are doing your work, the way you are diligent with your work, please put it in your left hand because you are going higher. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Tokologe. Right Honorable Akim Ayodiji Jamiu. Recorded to.
I'm Right Honorable Akim Jamiu, recording in Falodun, Constituency 2. Mr. Speaker, permit me to use one of your words, more so when I was also called to the Josemilia Bar in Akure. I may not be learned, but I know your language. Res ipso loquitur. Yes, res ipso loquitur. The fast speak for themselves. For this young man here, they have said so many things about him, and I want to confirm all. They are not hyperboles. I work with him in the sister assembly, and maybe unknowingly to him, At times I even want to disturb him, even in the night. Hey, Barrister Ajibola, I need so bill that we pass so time. He said, oh, give me a minute, sir. Pronto, the bill will land on my phone. So he's doing all these things. That's his nature. It's not pretending. We know staff that they don't do well here. Like the past speaker said, that they have reported to Mr. Clerk. But I can tell you, he's unarguably one of the best staff you have in this House of Assembly. I can say that for sure. And I also want to say, Mr. Speaker, that he is a fit and proper person to occupy the position of Deputy Clerk of this House. I can say that for free, Mr. Speaker. And when a man is diligent in his work, he will dine with kings and queens and the high and the mighty. That is what is happening to him today. It's not by accident that everybody is speaking well about him. That's his character. That's his nature. He's diligent, he's hard work, he's unassuming, he's honest. And above all, he's very, very focused. A young man. I think we need to encourage him. And I want to live with this admonition. And this is for everybody. You cannot plant cassava and expect to harvest cocoyam. It's what you plant that you will harvest. And today, this is a testimony that as you lay your bed, so also you will lie on it. So on this note, I want to employ my colleagues. I want to employ Mr. Speaker. Please don't let's waste further time on this man. Let's confirm him and let's encourage him. He's one of our best staff. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I'll just call the representative of this seat. It's a seat, so okay, the two of you want to speak. Okay, Idea Luther first, and after that, Congo. Why am I calling you Congo? Latif Akanle.
The capacity, right honorable speaker, distinguished honorable colleagues, without much ado, if you do your work with honesty and pride, you find the reward coming soon. So this is a youthful product that is not only useful for himself, also useful for the development of Ekiti State and Nigeria at large. So we are proud of him. With all what people have said, I think all we could do is to keep praying for him for more greater height. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Latif Oluwole Akanle. And after that, the Right Honorable Deputy Speaker, Bolaji Egbeyemi Olagbaju will speak.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. My name is Honorable Latif Oluwole Akanle, representing Ekiti East 2. I'm not given to much words, but I want to adopt into what my colleagues have said earlier on. And I just want to borrow a verse of the Bible, which says, God is the rewarder of those that diligently seek him. So he has diligently, he has done well in his given assignment. Of course, a day like this is coming for everybody, where your testimony will be read right under your nose. So apart from that, I want to equally adopt what Right Honorable Akim Jamiu said. He said, Rep Sister Locutor. The facts speak for itself.
You will pay money for that. You will pay money for that. Do you know how much I pay in school to learn that thing? Yes, you are Josemila Bar. Right Honorable Akim Jamiu was actually called to the bar at Josemila Bar, Akure. Yes, Right Honorable Olagbaju.
Sir, distinguished members of this honorable house, my name is Right Honorable Bolaji Olagbaju, representing the great people of Ado constituency. We've had it all, and without taking our time and without further repetition, And without much ado, I just want to plead with this honorable House and the right honorable Speaker that we speedily approve the appointment of this outstanding man, a focused man, very dedicated, compassionate to his duties. Without wasting time, I think we have had it all. There is nothing left out to be said about this honorable young man here. Everyone spoke very highly of him. And at this junction, I think congratulations are in order. Barrister Okoyemi Ajibola, I implore you to please keep your head high, greater heights. Thank you.
Thank you, Right Honorable Bolaji Egbemi Olagbaju. Well, this seat will hold me back because I must not descend to the arena. But I can also recap what you have said, Hall said. I can recap that. And I must say that to me, you have not borrowed, you have not put the man standing before us in a borrowed garment. That is what I would say. Everything you've said. You have not robed him in a borrowed garment. You have said it as it is. At least, like Right Honorable Akim Jamiu, Honorable Tunde Dowu alluded to, I was here with you also in the 6th Assembly. And we all worked with him. And everything you have said about him, I believe that is correct. I may not be able to add now, neither be able to, and I won't in any way remove from what you have said. You have said he's dedicated, and I agree with you, he's a dedicated. You have said he's humble, and I agree with you that he's an humble civil servant. You have said that he's one civil servant of this House of Assembly that you can always rely on, and I agree with you on that. You have said that call him even in the dead of the night, that you need so bill, pronto, like the word of Right Honorable Akim Jamiu, pronto, you will get it. Within minutes, you get it. That is not an overstatement. That is what you have no info. And you have said that he's one man that just focuses on his job and nothing more. And I agree with you on that. I have never heard him coming to me to complain on anything. He only comes to you to speak and talk about the job, his job, and nothing. And like you have said, that he focuses on his job. I have never had him one time to come to the office to seek for undue influence or seek for anything outside his job. The only thing, like you have also observed, is always about the job. Fortunately, Right Honorable Akim Jamiu quoted from the Holy Scripture to say, "Seest thou a man that is diligent?" And Honorable Latif Akoli also corroborated that. Though Latif is a Muslim name, but you are not a Christian, Abi. So the two of them quoted that from the Holy Scripture. That says thou a man that is diligent in his business, he will stand before kings, not before men. And I think that is the result of what we are seeing, without prejudicing the outcome of the confirmation. But I believe that everything we have said about this young man standing before us today is nothing but the truth and the absolute truth. So, but on that note, it doesn't matter, because sometimes people can talk, and at the end of the day, when it comes to vote, you have something else. It is now time to put into action and to now know the reality of what you have said. So we will put the question, but this time we are going to use our voting part, because 2/3 is required for this confirmation, and it's not a vote of ayes or nay. It's a vote of ye that has to be seen. Please, I hope this is working. If it's not working, we will do counting. We'll raise hands and count. So if you are in support that they, maybe please, I need to also add this because it was not said. He has been in the acting position for 4 months plus now, and the law envisaged 3 months. So whatever we are doing is in line with the law of this house. The law stipulates at least 3 months, and he has been in acting capacity for over 4 months. So on that note, I put the question that if you are in support that the appointment of Barrister Okpeyemi Ajibola as a substantive deputy clerk, legal matters of this house be confirmed by this house, press yes. If you're against, press no. Please, you press yes. You press your button, either yes, no, or you abstain. Then you press OK to submit. If you are voting yes, you press yes. If you are voting no, you press no. If you want to abstain, you press abstain. Then you OK it. Okay, 16 members voted. Please, can somebody count this for me? No, that is okay, but I still want to know how many members are here. Okay, meaning that 3 people did not, what's it called? Enter. However, it's 2/3 majority of those voting. 16 voted and 16 say yes. And on that note, I want to say that the appointment of Barrister Okpeyemi Ajibola has now been confirmed by 2/3 majority, more than 2/3 majority of members of this house and this city. I thereby confirm, your appointment is hereby confirmed by the Ekiti State House of Assembly as the Deputy Clerk. I didn't have to talk. We'll be hearing from you, so you don't need to just take a bow and leave. Thank you. Leader.
Capacity Speaker and the Chairman Southwest Speakers Conference. My esteemed colleagues,
coming from now.
The next item on our order of the day is item 7 and is a motion seeking to ensure social responsibility and community engagement from contractors operating within Ekiti State. The mover is Honorable Ayo Adegbite.
Honorable Ayo Adegbite, please quickly take us through your motion.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. My name is Ayo Adegbite. I move a motion seeking to ensure social responsibility and community engagement by contractors operating within Ekiti State. I so move.
The seconder, please. Honorable Sholanke, Christiana Abimbola.
Right Honorable Speaker, distinguished colleagues, my name is Honorable Abimbola Sholanke, member representing Momba Constituency 1. I rise this afternoon to second the motion moved by Honorable Ayodeji Adegbite Ado 1. Motion seeking to ensure social responsibility and community engagement by contractors operating within Ekiti State. I so second.
Yes, Honorable Adegbite, please can you quick. No, please, if you are in support that this motion be heard, say aye. If you are against, say nay. The House have it. Honorable Adegbite, please, bring up your motion.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. My name once again is Ayodeji Adegbite, representing people of Ado Constituency 1. Motion seeking to ensure social responsibility and community engagement by contractors operating within Ekiti State. Whereas it is imperative that as custodians of our constituents, we advocate for measures that promote the well-being and development of our communities. Hence, I move that this Honorable House mandates all contractors, particularly those whose projects are financed by development finance institutions, should identify, engage, and implement corporate social responsibility CSR initiatives as a means of giving back to the communities where they operate. Whereas these initiatives should include, but are not limited to, the following: supporting local education by funding school infrastructure, providing scholarships, or donating educational materials; engaging local undergraduates, vocational and technical college students on internship to deepen their practical skills and gain crucial job experience; investing in healthcare facilities, equipment, or medical outreach programs; undertaking environmental sustainability projects such as tree planting, waste management, or cleanup campaigns; supporting local entrepreneurship through skill development programs, grants, or mentorship initiatives; contributing to community infrastructure development such as roads, water supply systems, or public amenities. Whereas, by mandating contractors to engage in CSR activities, we will not only ensure that the benefits of their projects reach the grassroots level, but also foster goodwill and sustainable development within our communities. Furthermore, this lends credence to the provision of the local content law, which not only compels contractors to empower indigenous communities, but equally highlights the benefits to be derived from such acts. I therefore urge all my esteemed colleagues to support this motion, reaffirming our commitment to the holistic development of Ekiti State and the well-being of its people. Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. I hereby submit.
I will have something to say before I call on Honorable Topelonge, who is raising his hand vehemently. Honorable Sholange.
Right Honorable Speaker, distinguished colleagues, my name is Honorable Abimbola Sholanke, member representing Momba Constituency 1. This motion is timely. It's of importance. We need to expedite action on this because the contractors and other people benefiting from Ekiti State should give back to the community. So I want to support this motion once again, that the House should lend their voices to ensure that this is actually done. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Once again, my name is Longe Temitokwe Ademola. I want to commend the sponsor of this motion because this motion is one that is very, very important. Mr. Speaker, it's a statement of fact that most of these contractors that get contracts from our state and other states in Nigeria most times takes the state for granted and the people of the state for granted. How do I mean, Mr. Speaker? Most of these contractors, you realize that some of them does not even have ordinary office. Some of them does not have office in the state. If you go to oil-producing communities, especially the Niger Delta, it is a rule for oil companies to give back to the society, corporate social responsibility. It is a rule that anywhere you are exploring or you are exploiting their resources, you must give back. So therefore, I want to wholeheartedly support this motion that we must compel and mandate these contractors to give back to our society. It should be part of their agreement. Whenever they are drafting agreement with the legal department or procurement, they must put a clause there to compel them, to mandate them to give back to the society, just like we did during the bill on the local content law, that contractors must hire our men, materials, and machine. Therefore, Mr. Speaker, I lend my voice to support this motion in total, that every contractor that
Thank you. Honorable Tony Adarabodu.
Right, Honorable Speaker, dear colleagues, my name is Honorable Tony Kende Adarabodu, representing the good people of Ekiti Southwest Constituency 1. I support totally this motion. We have a lot of contractors in Ekiti that after doing their work, they just pack the money and leave the state. Not only that, we have some contractors that every year they do collect contracts in the state and there's nothing to show for it. Mr. Speaker, it is high time that we wake up. We know what is being practiced in the Southwest or South-South. You cannot just come there, do whatever you want to do, probably finish your contract and leave without doing something for the community. This motion is one of the best motions. The contractors need to give back to the community. It is high time that the state should even compel them. Besides taking contracts, as I've said earlier, a lot of them are collecting contracts every year in, year out, and nothing to show for it. We have a lot of things that contractors can do as their corporate social responsibility. There are some areas in which we need boreholes, renovation of schools, and even many other things. Mr. Speaker, this motion is one of the best motions, and I support it. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Honorable Tony Adarabodu. I think we draw the curtain on this. Oh, Honorable Tejo Kuiga, thank you.
Right, Honorable Speaker, my dear colleagues, my name is Adeteju Okuiga. I represent Boyin Ayekere constituency. I agree and I am in support of this motion, but one thing that I want to emphasize is that for this motion to operate, we need to check the law that has just been passed, the local content law, and to see how we can make this motion work. And I want to advise and I want to suggest that for this motion to really complete, to do what we want them to do, we have to work with the local content agency.
Observation.
Make it really work.
Observation.
So that we don't contradict ourselves with the law we pass.
Observation. Please, Right Honourable Speaker.
Yes, you know, Honorable Tenyo Kuyiga just landed from, you understand now? So, Honorable Tenyo Kuyiga, the reality of the moment you are now in Nigeria, particularly Ekiti State, you are no longer in UK or US. Now, use your Ekiti voice. Thank you.
Right Honorable Speaker, what I'm saying is that before this motion can work, we need to look into the law that has just been passed, the local content law. Then we need to work with that agency to make this thing come to fruition. Because there's no way we can go as legislators to go after these contractors. It's from that office that this motion will be made possible. That's all I have to say. Thank you.
I thank you all for your contributions to this all-important motion. To me, the motion is only further emphasizing or restating on and trying to put more strength or inject life into the law newly signed, which is the local content bill. And we cannot shy away from this. It is important. Part of what we have done, particularly with that local content, is to be futuristics about their state. To me, I believe that very soon, by the grace of God, Ekiti will also be going into mining. And you know the hazards that normally accompany when it comes to large-scale mining, even small-scale mining. And part of what the law has done is to also envisage that. And that must be always corporate social responsibility. And also not just even for mining, even for contractors, which we have also envisaged under local content law. I believe this is just restating what has been the obvious that has been stated in the law. Of course, it's a means of further strengthening it, campaigning more for it. The contractors, if you are working in Ekiti State, look at it, even take for example, even our banks, what are they even doing as their corporate social responsibility? Even to the House of Assembly, for example, I just take that as an example. The banks that we are even working with, what have they done? Even common share is important. If our contractors that work in local community, their impact must also be felt while they were actually working. And that is the whole essence of this motion. To me, it's a welcome one, and which is just to reinforce what is in the local content. We will continue to look at our local content, and the committees, particularly all committees now, you must ensure compliance with local content in various on your various MD, what they are doing, and the contractors. Committee on works ensure that there is that compliance. What are those contractors doing in the old community? Are they really working to ensure, apart from the major focus of having local content, that is our indigenous contractors source raw material from within the state, this one component is even their responsibility on social basis to the people, to the host community. And that is the whole essence of this motion. So, but the motion, my only challenge now, the mover of the motion did really come up with, maybe I didn't look at it very well, though. The resolutions. So, what is the resolution of this motion? That is the area I'm having issue with this motion. The motion is supposed to give us direction, recommendation. Yes, we have seen whereas, and the House now resolves. What are we resolving to from this motion? The House has resolved that the local content law be given strict compliance with the local content law in Ekiti State. Part of it that is that contractors in Ekiti State must ensure that adequate attention is given to corporate social responsibility. I think that is the resolution. Adequate attention be given to social responsibility, and that there must be total compliance with the local content law in Ekiti State. Those are the two, unless leader want to add more to this resolution. Thank you. So if you are in support that this form part of the resolution of this House, say aye. If you are against, say nay. The ayes have it. Someone mistakenly I will hit the gavel on this phone. No. Thank you. Leader.
Speaker. Well, thank you, my most distinguished colleagues. Thank you for the time well spent and for exhausting these numbers of items. This is wonderful, and I think we need to give ourselves a round of applause. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. The next item on the order of the day is item 7, which is adjournment. So in order, item 8, which is adjournment. So in order that you will not
well,
stop...
he has mentioned item 7. Item 7, you will provide that, and that you must, it is important that that is done. So leader of the House, immediately after this sitting, ensure that it's item 7. Members will converge at the Speaker's office. Leader will provide item 7. Can you go ahead?
Thank you, Right Honourable Speaker. So as to quickly go to the other item in your office, I want to move a motion that this House adjourns until May 27, 2024. I so move.
Thank you. Any seconder to that motion? Honorable. Okay. Okay. Yes, Honorable Alihaja Abibola Ogolade.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. Colleagues, I want to seize this opportunity to appreciate you since morning. Thank you, sir. My name is Honorable Alaja Mariam Bimbola Ogunlade, representing the good people of Emure constituency. I rise to second the motion as moved by the leader of the House that this House should adjourn till May 27th. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Honorable Alihaja Miriam Bimbola Ogulade. May 27 is Monday. Please note that is the House is to be adjourned till May 27. Well, for the purpose of emphasis, I saw some news going on. They just say Assembly extend the tenure because but they didn't also mention so that for the sake of emphasis, it has to be emphasized that the House only only extend the tenure of Clerk, Mr. Tola Esan, by 7 days. Only by under and in quotes and well underlined. Only by 7 days. So, Mr. Tola Esan, your tenure is only extended by 7 days by this House, not more than 7 days. So, and the House is also going on this recess because of the renovation work that is to be commenced immediately. And the house is adjourned till May. I mean, if you're in support that this house adjourned to May 27, that is Monday, May 27, to allow the renovation work to commence, say aye. If you're against, say nay. The ayes have it. Thank you.